I stand on it. Live good with your neighbors. Trouble. Don't be no warmonger. Hey, peace be sweet.
Welcome to my palace, place of sanctuary and peace. Mr. Chen, how are you? Good morning.
Thank you for the welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's a blessed day that the Lord has made. Very grateful.
Yeah, man.
I don't take anything for granted. I'm appreciative and grateful for everything the Creator has provided me. David, 18 years ago, I was living on the streets, pregnant with a 12-year-old, and for 8 months, I didn't have a home for myself. Some very dark days. My father was just murdered, and we had just lost our place, and I was on the street living, pregnant with my daughter, with a 12-year-old son. And I am saying today, 18 years forward, I'm the happy, proud homeowner of 2 homes and an apartment, which is all God's mercy. And the reason for me saying that is to let people know that whatever you're going through, David, it gets better if you hang on. So I'm not crazy about material things. I know what it is to have, and I know what it is not to have. So wherever I am, I'm grateful. Health and life is the most important thing you can embrace.
Let me just ask you.
Yes.
And just throw in there. Sorry to cut you in between, but when we talk about foreign, Jamaica, foreign, and when we go through certain things in Jamaica, and sometimes we don't appreciate what we have here until we go to foreign.
Right.
You got to foreign. What was your first experience in foreign, honestly speaking? Let me just hear it from you. Apart from reading it in the book, let me just hear it from you.
First of all, Mr. Chen, I never wanted to migrate. I was living like a foreigner in Jamaica, saying I was well provided for. I had a beautiful home which my parents provided. I had everything that I needed that you would say a middle-class person should have. So I wasn't excited about foreign at all. You know, but my mother decided at that time she wasn't comfortable with the direction I was going in. As a 17-year-old that just had a baby, dropped out of high school, was up and down with the company, partying, the fights, the drama. She decided that, you know what, I needed a change of environment. And that's how she took me to the States. And when I went there, I was like, this is not the place for me.
Were you thrown in the deep end?
Yes. Yes, very much so. I've never lived on my own. Never lived on my own. Never had to pay bills. Never had to take care of myself. Never had to go to a 9-to-5. Never experienced such cold in my life. So it was a culture shock.
So, what my body a shiver. So you went through, some people call it homelessness, some people call it living under shelter. You never have a home of your own. How were you treated by those who you, I'm not going to mention family per se, but those who you thought were the closest? You know, did you get rejected by those who you expected were your closest? Did you get rejected by those who you expected were your closest of friends?
You know what, David? Did
you get rejected by those who you expected were your closest of friends?
You know what, David? Before I found myself homeless, I had already, I should say, sheltered at least 8 people. People that lived here, people that were family member. And when I found myself in a situation where I didn't have a roof or a key for myself, even people I helped to come to the States, use my hard-earned money to bring there, they were more being, it was more of being sarcastic or living on the street. Look what she came to. Left from her home in Jamaica to come here. Look at her. Now she's living in the streets.
Well, changes.
Yeah, changes. Transformation.
Yeah.